thought certainly another game where work ethic was pretty consistent again.
We were pretty good. We skated hard, played hard, and everyone was doing it. We didn't have any passengers last night, and it was real evident when you go back over the game and watch it.
Pretty eloquent statement by the fourth line. And when the Flyers scored, I thought they had a great shift, and then of course BMAC scores.
Yeah, there was. Well, they were out on the ice for the first goal too, and they pursued the puck and helped create the turnover. And obviously a bit lucky as far as it going off their defenseman, but they did the work to force the turnover. And then Jack was in position, and then Max scores a big goal for us in the second after they had taken a bit of the momentum back by going up 2-1.
Is one of the things you've liked in this stretch been that when there is some adversity in the game, it's been a different line, different player every night that kind of takes the game back a little bit for you guys? Like last night it was the fourth line. It's been the Dubinsky line before.
I think that's what makes this team. Is you get contributions from everyone, but it's the depth of the team too, being able to play everyone at any time of the game and not worried about matchups that much. No, it is somebody stepping up. Seems like through this stretch here of these 8 games that we've had different guys stepping up.
It seemed like, especially against Claude Giroux last night, and they're skilled players, it didn't seem like there was any specified matchup. You seemed really at ease with using
whoever was fresh. And I think, penalties also played a factor in that. There were lots of, we had 7, they had 6. At least I believe that's how the final count was. But, when you're dealing with that much time going back and forth, sometimes the matchups you aren't going to get those.
Yeah.
How pleased or happy are you for Wisniewski, whose first couple of years here sort of been start and stop with the injury, suspension, whatever? Just for him to finally be out there and producing points at the rate he was that brought him here. How pleased are you for him?
Well, any players have success. You're happy for players, and James Wiz is one of those players.
Yeah.
He's come in, and you're right. The first couple years have been kind of a roller coaster ride, and him dealing with injuries, suspensions, and we weren't a good team like we are now.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why we're a good team is in large part by players stepping up and playing better, and he's one of those guys.
Do you measure his game by point production? Is he that kind of defenseman?
No. I don't measure anybody's games by point production. There's one game that sticks out, and this is going back when I was coaching in Milwaukee. There was a player that had a hat trick, and I think he had 3 goals and 1 assist, and I thought he was our worst player. So I believe me, I've seen.
Who was that?
I'm not going to give you the name, but we were in Houston playing the Houston Aeros at the time. Oh, no, I gave it to you. You can't use the name.
I won't.
But it was, yeah, he wasn't good in the game. So I've seen it, and not that it measures one game. Certainly if guys are getting 80, 90 points in a year, they've probably done some good things. But I still base it on doing the right things for the team to win, because I've seen guys score goals, I've seen guys get lots of points, and the team doesn't have any chance of winning because the guy's not doing the right things for the team to have success.
People talk about a veteran player like Wisniewski bringing along a rookie like Murray, but how much has Murray's game, his ability to carry the puck, move the puck, how much has that helped Wisniewski in terms of taking defensive pressure off him, where he can be physical and it's not about him moving the puck as much as it may have been?
They both complement each other, and Ryan's done obviously a really good job of coming in, and he's good with the puck, and there's poise in his game. But I think with playing with somebody else other than Wiz, somebody that has some poise and some moxie and sees the ice, and he can make good passes, it has helped Ryan's game too, because it alleviates some of the pressure off him. So I think they both have complemented each other.
Are there things that Bob did during his rehab that are helping him out there now?
I think sometimes it's just good to just watch. It really is. If you aren't on top of your game, and I'm talking for positional players too, sometimes it's good to watch. It can help your game. You get caught up in all the thoughts, and you know, when you sit up above and you watch it from up above, or you're able to watch it on TV or through video, I think you see the game a little bit differently, and it might help you get a better grasp of your game and the game and what's going on, and maybe where holes are. I remember as a defenseman being injured and sitting out, and you can learn a lot by watching, as long as you're paying attention to it. And I know Bob he's a student of the game. He loves everything about the game. He loves getting better. He loves the practice. He loves everything that goes along with it.
Do you see growth in his game this year? And if so, in what areas has he grown?
Oh, I try not to pay too much attention to goalies. I'm just concerned about them stopping the puck. Is there growth? I mean, he was at such a high level last year. It's tough for me. I'm sure there probably are some very subtle changes to his game where he's gotten better. I mean, his shootouts are probably number one, and I know he's put an emphasis on that. But as far as him just making saves and stopping the puck, to me, he looks reminiscent of the Bob from last year. And I don't always want to go back to last year, but he was playing at a really high level. He's playing at a really high level right now.
Have you developed any rituals or habits or superstitions during this streak?
No.
No chicken parm every day? Or anything?
No. Well, look at me. Look at me. I don't think I hold back on when I eat and what I
I'm
eat.
not making any judgments.
So no. There's nothing. You know, I had coaches before. I know if we were in winning streaks, they had to drive the same way to the rink or go the same way home. No, I'm not that. We aren't going to win or lose based on what I do or what I say or what I eat or what I wear.